to do Eve Bunting for my author study because she addresses difficult issues. Many of her published picture books include sensitive topics such as racial prejudice, death, troubled families, and more. Some of the fun facts that I found about her is that she didn't start writing until she was 36 years old, and that coming up with the titles of her books was the most difficult part. Her timeline is that she was born December 19, 1928 in Madeira, Ireland. At 7 years old, she was sent to boarding school. She graduated from Methodist College in Northern Ireland at 17, and at 22 she married Edward Bunting. She immigrated to California with her husband and 3 children in 1958 at the age of 30. She attended Pasadena College in 1959. Her first book wasn't published until she was 44 years old, and it was The Two Giants. In 1977, she won the Golden Kite Award for One More Flight. 1997, she won the Edgar Award for Best Juvenile, and the book was Coffin on a Case. 1998, she won Golden Kite Award, and the book's title was December. She was 70 years old. Some of the quotes that I found that Eve has claimed is, there used to be Shanachie in the Ireland of long ago. The Shanachie was a storyteller who went from house to house telling his tales of ghosts and fairies, of old Irish heroes and battles still to be won. Maybe I'm a bit of a Shanachie myself, telling my stories to anyone who listens. The second one is, picture books aren't just for tots anymore. I like to write books for children that make them think. I like to write for every child, for every age, for every interest. That is why I have such a variety of books, from preschool through the middle grades and beyond. One of my greatest joys is writing picture books. I have discovered the pleasures of telling a story of happiness or sorrow in a few simple words. And then during some question and answers, I found interesting, what advice would you give students looking to become better writers? You can practice, keep a journal, write short stories for fun, write your experiences out. Even if they are embarrassing and you just keep them for yourself, know that they are private. And of course, you can read a lot. Read, read, read. And then, how did you react to your first book? It was so exciting to see my first book. I jumped up and down, ran around my house, waving it over my head, saying, I'm a published author. But every book is exciting for me. I love being an author. I love actual writing, and I love communicating with children. It keeps me young. And then if you'll come over here, I took my 2-page brochure, front and back, and made it single-sided so that you could see both sides. The first book, The Baby Shower, is about a cow that surprises her friends that come to throw her a baby shower. She's given birth to twins, and all her friends have so much fun they decide they want to throw another baby shower. The second one, The Bones of Fred McPhee, is full of rhyming and rhythm. The brother and sister start noticing strange and creepy things starting around Halloween with their skeleton hanging from their sycamore tree. The Banshee is about a little boy who's almost asleep when he hears a sound screeching outside his house. He thinks it's the Banshee and takes an offering out to her so that she doesn't want anybody's death in their house. Emma's Turtle is about a little turtle that lives in the backyard in a pen, and she reads him stories of places far away. He decides to break out of his pen and go explore, and he only makes it across the yard. The Cart That Carried Martin is about the story of Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral. It focuses on the cart that transports him and the mules that pull the cart rather than on him himself. Hurry, Hurry is about a rooster that's rushing all of his animal friends to the barn to watch the new chicken hatch. Moonstick is about how the Sioux Indians and how they keep track of the year by the 13 moons. They keep notching the moon counting stick to keep track of where they are in the year, and each year they get a new stick. My Red Balloon is about a little boy whose dad is coming home from the war. He jumps out of bed, gets ready for the big event. He's got a big red balloon that he makes sure his mom told his dad that he'd be carrying. And when he sees the ship, he's so excited and he loses his balloon. And he's afraid that his dad won't realize that it's him until his dad swoops him up and gives him a big squeeze. Pop's Bridge is about the Golden Gate Bridge. Everybody said it was an impossible thing to build. Robert's dad is an iron worker, and they call him a Skywalker. And Robert thinks that his dad's the most important job on the build until an almost catastrophe kills 2 out of 12 people that fell into the river. And then he realizes that it takes everybody to make the bridge. My special day at 3rd Street School is about Amanda Drake, an author that's coming to their class. They read all of her books. They hang a welcome banner for her. They decide to tell her it would be really cool if she would write a book about the visit, and that's what that book is. Sing a Song of Piglets is about 2 little piglets that take the reader on a month-by-month musical adventure of their activities through the year. They decide at the end that it is so much fun, and it would be fun alone, but it's so much better as 2 of them. Terrible Things is a kid-friendly introduction to the Holocaust. It shows how people minding their own business instead of stepping up and helping others, there may be no one out to help you when you most need it. The book encourages the small to stand up for what is right even when others don't agree with you. And finally, Wash Day is about a little girl, Lizzie, who has to forego her plan of a tea party with her friends in order to help her grandmother on Wash Day. But after a hard day of work, an unexpected visit from her friend makes the day perfect. Okay, so that's my author study on Eve Bunting. Thanks for listening.